What's up, nerds? We're your hosts this week. I'm Jake.
And I am Chad.
This week we are sponsored by Ray's Energy Drinks.
We are also sponsored by Crybaby Craig's Hot Sauce. The lack of enthusiasm in your voice is
Oh, sorry. We'll explain why in a little bit. This week we're going to be talking about some nerd things that we're excited about, some rumors, some announcements, things like that.
yeah. We'll also be talking about season 4 of Titans on HBO Max. They released the first and second episode. So we'll be talking about that. Pretty good. So let's get into it. This is the All Things Nerd podcast. Tink.
Nerd. Welcome back, nerds, to the All Things Nerd podcast, your weekly dive into all things nerd. Jake, how was your week this week?
Oh, let's see. We played trivia on Wednesday, you and I and my girlfriend and my neighbors.
Yeah,
That was fun. We did not come in last place, but we did not come in first.
We were one spot away from actually like winning something other than a free drink ticket.
Yeah. Yeah, we did pretty good.
Yeah.
We're smart.
Smart.
Other than that, it was your birthday on Thursday, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Which we celebrated last night, Saturday, which was also pretty cool. But the lack of enthusiasm in Chad's voice is a very strong hangover that we're both battling today.
Yeah. It was a ton of fun, but yeah, I'm
Title of your
feeling
sex tape.
very I can live with that. But no, I'm very feeling rough today. English so good right now because drunk king.
Did you have fun though? You
Yeah,
had fun.
it was awesome. And you did not oversell the surprise. You told me that you ran into, I mean, it's a mutual friend of ours, but I hadn't seen him basically since high school, maybe like once or twice after that, but haven't seen him in like 10 years, 10, 12 years. And you're like, oh, I ran into him. Unfortunately, he can't come. And then he was there. And that was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It was really great seeing him. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Until you pointed out that we have the same laugh. And then it ruined my
same
laugh.
everything. The same everything. The glasses, the gauges in your ears, the hair, the beard, just the same.
Oh, yeah,
And
that's right. We were dressed the same.
and
Both
your
wearing black
laugh,
pants and a black hoodie.
yeah. And you guys' laugh was literally the same, like cackle, like that's how they laugh.
I was super self-conscious about laughing the rest of the night.
After I pointed it out.
Well, not
Actually,
at,
I did.
at,
I didn't say anything to you. I was talking to the people on that side of the table, and you were like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "Shit, he heard us."
yeah. Well, I wasn't self-conscious about it at first until like a minute later. Then he had like a belly laugh, and I was like, "Fuck." That is my laugh.
I made you come with me to buy one of your birthday presents, and you unknowingly not only witnessed me buy it, but carried it into the house for me.
Carried it to the car and then into the house.
Oh, that shit's funny. And then opened it like 2 hours later, and you're like, "Wait a second, what the fuck?" It was a bottle of tequila.
Yeah.
I had to buy booze for the party, and I wanted to buy Chad a bottle of booze, and so I bought a bottle of tequila, making him think it was for the party, and then gifted it to him, not more than 2 or 3 hours later.
Yeah. Like I brought it down to the bar in your basement and I was like, there's a full bottle of this tequila right here. And I was like, but there's going to be a handful of people here. I'm sure he just wants to make sure that, for the podcast or the rest of the week, if he wants tequila, that he's got some.
Ooh, that's
Nope,
funny.
that was my birthday present. Or one of them.
One of them, yeah.
Oh. You can't see them. They're sitting on the Funko Pops that you got me.
Oh, yeah. Dope. You already hung them up?
I haven't hung them up yet. I was way too hungover to do that today.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But what else we got going? We got some cool stuff happening here.
Yeah. Well, first off, the Vikings won today.
Woohoo!
They're now
7-1,
7-1.
baby.
They haven't had that good of a record since the year I graduated high school. So,
Yeah.
and I'm 32.
Mm-hmm.
Good for them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way it was.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
And that's the way. I like it. Uh-huh.
Huh. Uh-huh. That joke's never gonna get old. Sorry, guys. You
Yeah.
gotta listen to that forever.
And if you know, you know.
Yeah.
But
keep
also,
going.
what are we doing next weekend?
We're going to Comic-Con. I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking, holy shit, you're going to San Francisco or San Diego. Because there's
Or
one in
even
San
LA.
There's a San Fran one this month, and Tom Welling is supposed to be there. And I was like, oh, I want to go to that so bad.
I thought that was
But-
the LA Comic Con, the first weekend of December.
No, there's one this month.
Oh.
And Tom Welling's gonna be there in San Fran.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Because
saw
I
it
think
on
he's going to
Instagram.
LA too. That's why.
Oh, I would assume if he's gonna be in that state, and there's two cons within a month of each other, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go so bad.
Yeah.
I can't, unfortunately. But we are going to Minneapolis Comic-Con.
Yeah, the Twin Cities
And-
Con.
But there will be it would have been cool because both Brandon Fraser and John Glover were supposed to be there. They both backed out, unfortunately. But the two huge stars that we both are really excited to see and get a picture with is both Elijah Wood, aka Frodo, and Sean Astin or Austin. Is it Sean Astin?
Sean Astin.
Astin. Samwise Gamgee. So
Yeah.
Sam the Brave, if you will.
Also Bob
Yeah.
from
Also
Stranger
Bob.
Things.
Also Rudy.
Also Gary from 50 First Dates.
Oh yeah, Goonies. Come on.
Oh yeah, forgot about the Goonies for a second. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Encino Man with Brendan Fraser. That would have been amazing.
That
Damn
would have
it.
been cool.
Anyways, yeah, those are the two big stars. Chad and I are both huge Lord of the Rings fans, so this is amazing. Hopefully, we will be able to get to see them, or I will burn my house down.
And the convention.
I didn't want to say the convention because it sounded like a threat, and I was like, I'll burn my own house
yeah.
down.
If you're listening, NSA, it's a joke.
Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna be super fun. I'm super excited for that. We are also going
We're gonna go see Black Panther 2
on
Wakanda
Friday.
on Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think I can do that, so I'm not going to.
I don't think I can either, but I don't know, whatever.
But so yeah, it's gonna be a nerd-filled weekend. It's gonna be good. Because then also
Super
after
excited.
Comic-Con, I am gonna go play Dungeons and Dragons. So
Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah.
yep. Well, have a good night, everyone. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. That being said,
Sorry, that was funny. Well, let's get into sponsor number 1 so that we can talk about some news and rumors and announcements. So, obviously, it's Raise Energy Drinks. Clearly. Great.
pickle that.
It's still funny. Fantastic energy drink, 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 crash. Goes on practically anything.
Damn it. I was like, I should, but I'm not going to because I already did it. that's
Listen up and learn
well
how to
played.
save 15% on your order. What's up, nerds? I wanted to take a minute and talk to you about Raise Energy, an incredible energy drink that provides max energy with 0 crash. Raise Energy takes a giant leap of faith with instilling a high-quality formula to bring a powerful, yet sustained, energetic experience to help you push your workouts and focus to the next level. Perfect for anyone at any time, empowered by their Refresh formula technology, Raise Energy delivers a performance-enhancing energy drink that aids in multiple different categories that include targeted focus, better recovery time, improved clean energy levels, and a boost in stamina and hydration.
But most importantly, every can of Raise Energy has absolutely 0 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 carbohydrates to give you a smarter and healthier option. So don't settle for an energy drink that contains more sugar and carbohydrates than you can count. Instead, head over to repsports.com. That's REPPSPORTS.com and use the promo code NERDPODCAST at checkout for 15% off your order. Or if you don't know what you want, go ahead and click the link that's in the description to get a $50 sample pack for free. All you do is you cover the cost of shipping. Again, make sure you use promo code NERDPODCAST at checkout to let them know that we sent you.
All right, everyone. So there's some nerd stuff that we want to talk about. If that's okay with you all. This week, we already mentioned it because we're going on Friday, but Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever comes out. So excited for it.
So excited.
We'll actually talk about it next week. But yeah, it's finally here. I'm so excited for it.
We're getting spoiled.
Yeah.
So we get that, Guardians of the Galaxy, and then Quantumania all within
2 months, right?
2 months. 2 months.
Because there's only 10 months in a year, right, Jake?
That's what I told you.
If you didn't listen to us last week, it's not funny.
Yeah.
It's funny to us.
It probably wasn't funny last week either, but
I was concerned for a little bit. I need you to say it, Jake. How many months are there in a year?
10.
But in actual news, Aubrey Plaza has been cast for an unknown role. It's suspected that she'll be playing a villain in Agatha House or Coven of Chaos.
It was, I think the working title was
House of Harkness. Yeah.
House of Harkness, yeah. And then they switched it. They flip-flopped on us. God damn it.
Okay.
Also, we got a new Star Wars show dropped, Tales of the Jedi. It got a perfect score from Rotten Tomatoes. I have not yet watched it, but
I haven't watched it either.
So,
but it looks awesome because it kind of fills in some like character arcs. We get like young Ahsoka before even like going to the Jedi Temple, young Count Dooku, and I think there's like 6 or 7 little stories in it. They're 15, 20-minute long episodes, I think. It looks awesome. I will be watching it this week. I'm pretty stoked for it.
For sure. Well, I don't know if I'll watch it this weekend. I will be watching it soon, though.
Yeah.
I've got catching up to do. We got flooded, kind of unexpectedly flooded with nerd stuff, and I couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
Between Lord of the Rings, House of the Dragon, She-Hulk, Andor. Like, it was like, fuck.
Plus, we had our month-long collaboration.
Yeah. Battle of the Sketches.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a busy month.
Lots of good stuff out there, though. Also, a rumor that Marvel will be doing another special presentation even after the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special that we're getting later this month. And it's rumored to come out either right before or right after the Fantastic Four movie drops, and it's rumored to be about the Silver Surfer.
Which would be dope.
Like an origin sort of thing. Kind of like what we got with Werewolf by Night.
When I was a kid, I was obsessed with Silver Surfer. Like the comics, I used to draw it all the time. Like, I love Silver Surfer. And then Fantastic Four 2, Rise of the Silver Surfer came out, and I was pissed. They did him so dirty.
Yeah.
They did him so dirty. But so I'm excited now that the writing minds that are behind the MCU are going to hopefully do him justice. So I'm excited for that. That's going to be sweet.
Yeah. I'm pretty stoked because I was not a huge Silver Surfer fan growing up. And then the Fantastic Four movie came out, and I was like, I thought he was supposed to be way cooler than this.
Yeah.
So there was that.
pretty lame. Pretty lame. No offense to the writers and actors that were in that. You did your best.
Yeah, I mean, it was Fox's fault.
Call back to Russ Braun, kind of setting us straight on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't
Don't
talk
shit all over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because people still worked hard for it, so I get it.
It just wasn't something that we were thrilled about.
Is this confirmed or a rumor that we're getting Robbie Reyes back as Ghost Rider?
It's rumored, and then
Rumored,
also
okay.
that some of the cast of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. would be returning. The big
Yeah.
one that everyone wants is Chloe Bennett returning as Daisy Johnson or
Yeah.
Quake.
Yeah.
But if she comes back, might as well bring Robbie Reyes back. That was the
Fuck yeah, he was
coolest.
such a good Ghost
Yeah.
Rider. Yeah.
He was awesome.
Yeah, he was awesome. Yeah, and then you already said Daisy Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd be sweet to see Chloe Bennett back.
Because there was rumored for a while that was who Amelia Clark was going to be playing, was the MCU's
Yeah.
Daisy Johnson. And I wouldn't be upset with that. I would be very okay with it.
Yeah.
But I love Chloe Bennett as Daisy Johnson.
Yeah. It would be sweet. It'll be cool to have them both. I mean, obviously, Amelia Clark is in the MCU, but it would be sweet to get Chloe Bennett back as well.
Yeah, I agree.
This is kind of a rough rumor. I don't know how true it is. I brought it up to Chad kind of last minute, and he was like, no fucking way, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But it's worth mentioning just because if it does happen, I can be like, I told you. But it is rumored that Topher Grace is going to be reprising his role as Venom in the Madam Web movie, which would be interesting. I don't know that I like it per se, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but it also like takes place before Peter Parker was born, so why would Eddie Brock be there as Venom? And also Topher
Madam
Grace
Web
hated that
has
role.
a way to get to all timelines of any Spider-Man verse anywhere. So
I know. It's called the Spider-Verse. We get it.
she could.
You go
could
into
be
it.
there.
You go across it. You know. Sorry, that was a dumb joke. I just
No, I
don't think
got
that
it.
Topher Grace would do it because he fucking hated that role. He was
Yeah,
ridiculed for it. He almost retired from acting. I mean,
like-
he didn't take roles for like 3 or 4 years because of it.
Yeah, but he hasn't really gotten any roles.
Well, he's done like a handful of indie stuff.
Yeah, he's got like a TV show out right now too. I don't know. We'll see. It would be fun to see it, but
Only if we get Tobey Maguire in it as well. Like if we get, like a brief cameo sort of thing of the two of them, then
Yeah.
I would be okay with it. But if we,
I know there's a version of Spider-Man that's going to be in it. I don't
Yeah.
know who it is, who's playing, and what version of Spider-Man it is, but we'll see. Whatever. Anyways, it's a rumor.
Yeah.
It's a very loose rumor. We'll see what happens with that. But that being said,
oh, you're such a jerk.
Hey, I gotta do
doing
it
it
too.
on purpose.
we are going to get into sponsor number 2. Sponsor number 2 is Crybaby Craig's Hot Sauce. It's a pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce that goes on everything.
Practically
please-
everything.
Practically everything. Yep. Fuck, we just had this conversation
Literally last night.
last night. Listen up. We'll tell you more about it.
Hey, you nerds. Do you love spice? Supporting small businesses? What about enhancing the flavor of your favorite foods? If you said yes to any of those, our good friends over at Crybaby Craig's have the perfect solution for you. Crybaby Craig's is a pickled habanero and garlic hot sauce that goes perfectly with your favorite foods, adding the perfect amount of spice and enhancing the flavor of everything it touches. Started in Minneapolis by Craig back in 2012, Crybaby Craig's has become a Minneapolis and Minnesota staple in the sauce world. So head over to crybabycraigs.com and order yours today.
All right, friends. We are going to talk about season 4, episode 1 and 2 of Titans. So, spoiler alert. If you haven't checked it out, tune back in later. Otherwise, we're gonna talk about it and ruin a bunch of shit for you. So, here we go.
Woo! I mean, first off, I didn't realize that this show was already like coming back for season 4. I thought that it was like because I just saw the trailer for it like a week ago, so I was like, "Oh, cool! Like the end of the year, maybe like January, sweet." And then I saw online that the first 2 seasons were out, and I was like, "The fuck?"
Yeah. First 2 episodes.
What did I say? First 2 seasons?
Seasons.
Yeah. I mean, those are out too.
Those are out as well, yeah.
Yeah, but
this is season 4.
Yeah. But I love this show.
Yeah, I like this show more than I'll say excluding Suicide Squad. I like this show more than anything DC has put out recently. Well, no, the Batman was fantastic, but
Yeah. And I guess this is part of a different universe also, just like the Batman is.
Still.
But
still.
yeah. It's better than, other than you said the Suicide Squad, it's better than anything that the DC EU has done since Batman v Superman.
Yeah, it's better than
Or Wonder Woman. The first Wonder Woman.
I like
was
the
pretty
first
dumb.
one. I love the first Wonder Woman
Yeah.
movie. The
That
second
was
one,
fantastic.
trash. Second
Oh, yeah.
Wonder Woman, trash.
Hot trash.
Hot trash. I really wanted to like it because 1, I love Kristen Wiig. 2, I love Cheetah. And Kristen Wiig as Cheetah, I was like, this is gonna be so fire. And it was so much fire that it was
A
fired.
dumpster fire.
The dumpster fire. That's better.
It was so much fire that they had to contain it with a dumpster.
Yeah, it was terrible, terrible.
Yeah.
And then we just shit all over a movie like we said we weren't gonna do. Damn it. There were elements of it that were great.
I mean, Pedro Pascal.
I do love Pedro Pascal, and I do love Kristen Wiig, and I do love Gal Gadot. Godot.
Godot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you pronounce the T or not, but I know it's like Godot or Godot.
Yeah.
We tried. We really did.
I love Chris Pine.
Yeah.
All the elements are fantastic.
It
but
just felt rushed.
They did not
and
summon Captain Planet at all. So
everybody's trees. Don Cheadle.
yeah. Fuck.
Back
man. Yeah,
to
anyways,
Titans.
The show. Well, they kind of pick up where they left off last season. They left Gotham. They are on hiatus. They don't want to be doing superhero stuff right now.
Until they get back to San Francisco.
So they're like bowling and having a good old time.
Yeah.
It was cute.
It was. And, you know, Rachel is just kicking everyone's ass bowling. And it just, they're acting like teenagers or young adults.
Which is what they should be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bit of normalcy for them, which was really cool. That doesn't last very long.
I was like, until Captain Squid Hand cheats.
Yeah. Gar
Yeah.
cheats so that he can finally win a frame or whatever, get a strike. But also Dick gets a call from Bruce Wayne, the Batman, if you will.
That Bruce.
Yeah. Wayne Bruce, my nemesis.
I said
The
Bruce
Man-Bat.
Springsteen.
I know. But and when you first see, like, Dick looks at his phone and you're like, Bruce Wayne, cool. Like, where, so this is already starting, like, awesome. And it's Superman wants to meet Connor, which is really cool, which got us very excited to see Superman.
Yeah.
And then
Didn't
what?
happen.
No, it did not happen. We saw a
well-
red blue blur. So
One of the cool things is that they go to Star Labs, which is a cool thing if you're into this kind of stuff, which hopefully you are if you're listening to our podcast. But
yeah.
Star Labs is where Barry Allen, aka the Flash, works out of, kind of. So we were kind of hoping maybe we would get like at least a reference It's
Yeah.
either the Flash or Wally West or
Or Barry
something.
Allen or
Yeah,
someone.
we got
Someone on the
nada.
crew.
We got
I don't know.
nada. Star Labs was the only, but it was cool because there is a scene where unfortunately Superman is not able to make it. Uh, to set this up a little bit, Superman is not by, well, how do you say it? He's not technically Connor's dad, but Connor was created. If you saw season 2, Connor was created in a lab with both Lex Luthor and Superman's DNA.
Yeah.
He's a clone. So he has two dads. Get over it. Uh, and Superman unfortunately is not able to meet him at Star Labs like he had wanted to. But there's a really cool scene where they give them these glasses where they're able to see like the cosmos kind of. And
Yeah.
there's like
They're
a
like
red
augmented
blue,
reality glasses.
and there's like a red blue blur like shooting through the sky or whatever. And they're like, "What is that?" And they're like, "That is Superman." And insert Tom Welling here. Red blue blur,
Yeah.
Tom Welling. That's what they literally call him, the red blue blur, for like a couple seasons. It is super annoying, but they
Yeah.
did. And I was like, "Oh, who's gonna play Superman? We don't know yet. I hopefully will.
We don't even
get
know
a
if we're going to
Superman."
see him.
Yeah,
but I
that's
hope
what
we
I said. Hopefully, I would. I want it to be Tom Welling. I would settle for Tyler Hoechlin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of them are age appropriate.
Yeah.
I think that Tyler Hoechlin would not make sense for this universe because of the Superman and Lois show kind of being like its own thing.
But with Smallville being over, they could definitely plug Tom Welling in and be like, "Oh, it's Superman," and then it wouldn't affect a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really hope that that's what we
I mean,
get
and
to
there
see.
was, other heroes in that universe. The only thing would be they had their own cyborg.
Yeah.
And
There,
this takes
there
place
was
in
a
the Doom
statue
Patrol.
of Superman that was kind of outside of Star Labs. That was kind of cool.
Yeah. And it just kind of looked like
Superman.
the comic book Superman.
Yeah.
No, like, definition to the face or anything like that.
Right,
but-
yeah. So you couldn't like tell who it is based on that. But yeah. Hopefully Tom Welling. My fingers are crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we find out that Starfire's newish powers, basically she's always had these powers, but she just kind of like discovered them, are way more powerful than anyone thinks. It's kind of just like a reference of, she only used like a fraction of her kinetic energy and destroyed the most indestructible metal on Earth.
Yeah. Vibranium.
Yeah, I think that's what
Just
it's
kidding.
called.
I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
I'm kidding.
Uh,
Sorry.
But kind of going back to that scene with the red blue blur on the glasses, when Connor puts on the glasses, like Dick Grayson just kind of like stops, looks at him, and just smiles. And Connor's like, "What?" He's like, "Nothing." It's just because he looks like Superman, which is really cool.
Clark
Like
Kent.
Clark, yeah.
But whatever. I will let. I didn't pick up on this. So I will let you talk about this because I did not pick up on the Tim Drake thing.
Yeah, and what's really cool, so Tim gets his bow staff from Star Labs, and the guy that gives it to him, also gives him like his card with his number on it, and he's like, if you have questions or anything like that, and Tim is super excited. And then later they're like back on the RV, and he's like having Connor take pictures of him like posing with the staff, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna send it to that guy from Star Labs," and they're like, "Oh, okay." But it was just kind of cool because it's like hinting at Tim Drake's sexuality, because in the comics he's, I mean, depending on the iteration, he's either gay or bisexual. He's a member of the LGBTQIA plus community, which is really cool that they're not shying away from that.
Yeah.
We'll see how far we actually get into that in the show, but they're at least hinting at it, which is nice that they're being true to the character.
Yeah. What's something I think that's pretty cool, and it's clear that that's where they're headed. The excuse me, the bad guy or bad people in this season have already kind of revealed themselves subtly. They are members of the Church of Blood, which is a church that worships Trigon, which is Rachel, aka Raven's dad, who is in a jewel right there on her forehead. Uh, and
Tink
so,
tink.
yeah,
Dad?
Tink Tink, dad. That's terrible.
Sorry.
Uh,
Sorry, Mom.
if you know, you know. And if you actually do know, call someone. You probably need help.
Hmm.
It's funny.
I know.
It's not funny, but it's
It's
that
yeah,
joke was
the joke was funny. The situation is not. We do get kind of like a reference to the Sandman, which is cool.
Yeah. Yep, that was cool.
You know
Also we get introduced to fucking Lex Luthor.
Oh yeah, we breezed right past that.
Yeah, we did. The
He's
other dad.
yeah, the second daddy.
I don't need a mommy. I have two daddies.
Yeah.
Um,
He's quite terrifying.
yeah, I actually really liked him. Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked his portrayal was good. Not as good as Michael Rosenbaum, even though he did dick me on the fucking autograph. But
Yeah. Sends all of his love to your girlfriend, but
Yeah.
not you.
jerk.
If you're listening, Michael.
He's not.
I know.
I promise you, he's not.
But yeah, Lex basically wants. We don't know what he actually wanted, but he claims that he just wanted to instill like some of his knowledge on how to just be smarter than everyone
Yeah.
and
Yeah, 'cause
meld that with Connor's Superman abilities so that he can
Yeah.
basically just be the smartest person and the strongest
like
hero.
capability. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was actually kind of a cool scene. Because he literally says he's like, obviously you took on Superman's traits in these ways, and I would like to give you what I can in the intellectual side of things.
Yeah, because
Uh,
basically this version of Lex is dying of kryptonite poisoning.
And he does not die of kryptonite poisoning, does he?
Nope, he dies of witchcraft.
Yeah. A giant snake comes out of
Snake.
his mouth. Uh,
Depending
No,
on the
it
type
was
of
actually-
videos you like to watch online, it usually a giant snake goes into a mouth.
it was pretty brutal scene. Like it
Yeah.
starts with a little bit of blood coming out of the nose, but then he's like,
Oh, and his
Just-
eyes.
"Oh, his eye. That's what it was. Not his nose. My bad." And then he just starts vomiting like gallons of blood. I was like, "Holy shit, that's a lot of blood. I think he's gonna die." Uh, and
Then a
Yep.
snake crawls
that's what
out.
happened. Yeah.
was-
Slithers out.
Oh, snake.
Slithers.
I'm a snake. That was a straight up danger noodle
Yeah.
that came out of his mouth.
That's a nope rope came out of his mouth for sure.
Uh,
But he's dead. He's DED dead.
like
It
OMG
happened-
dead.
Yeah, it happened right, like not right away, but like first episode. But then I wonder if he's actually dead because he's into that. We find out that he's into this, like witchcraft and this demonology stuff with this church. So
Yeah, because he
And he's
was he stopped trying to like treat his illness
Medically.
with medically and just
yeah,
was trying to overcome death through this church.
yeah. And it would be like really weird one-off to have him on one episode and then kill him right away. So
Yeah.
I think, and he's brilliant. So I
Yeah.
think we have not seen the last of Lex Luthor. That's
Yeah.
just my takeaway. I could be very wrong.
Yeah, because I mean, like Bruce Wayne has obviously played a very small part in the
Mhm.
series, but he's been in it off and on. So
Yeah.
it'd be kind of weird to introduce as big of a character as Lex Luthor just to like,
Kill him in the first
okay,
episode.
bye, you're dead.
Well, that and they showed like him like in the beginning of the episode. I mean, that's how the episode starts. Is Lex Luthor
Yeah, like at the temple.
getting into the cult stuff. So I think there's way more to it than just, oh, Lex is into this. Oh, Lex is dead.
Yeah.
There, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on. I know for sure, which is where we were kind of talking about. It's all about Trigon. So
Yeah.
it's all gonna go back to that for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But before we get there, Connor ends up going to jail because they think that he killed Lex.
Yeah.
So he's in prison for most of the second episode.
Murder.
Murder.
Yeah.
Moida. And kind of like I mentioned also, like some of the people of the Church of Blood, kind of, it's like a reference to the Sandman. And we even see like in Lex's book about all this stuff, that like the mask, the gemstone, and it looks just kind of like a box basically. But I mean, one of the things that happens is when they are killing someone else in the show, the person wearing the Sandman-esque mask traps a little girl in a nightmare, which is, we saw that in the Sandman show.
Yeah.
They're not directly connected, but
No.
Sandman is a DC project. But then we get to see Rachel like go into the nightmare to save this girl, and it was really cool.
It was cool. Although that little girl screaming was pissing me off.
It was a lot.
Yeah. It's like, stop.
We
Get
get
it.
it.
You're scared.
I was gonna say
Shut
we
up.
get it. You're 11.
Yeah. Shut up about it, would you? uh, oh,
We're
fuck.
so nice.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, something that I don't think it bothers me as much as it bothers Chad, but it does bother me a little bit. Nightwing's suit. It's a little bulky.
Clunky. Yeah.
Yeah. And like he's already, what's his name in real life?
Brenton Thwaite something.
Thwaites, yeah.
Yeah.
He's already he's a big guy. Like
Yeah.
he's like, you don't need to make the suit that big.
Yeah.
Like
He looks like he's wearing heavily like armored like motorcycle racing gear.
yeah.
And
I mean, it looks cool. It holds true ish, at least in
to the colors and design.
of Nightwing's suit. But I wonder if maybe we'll get a different suit later on.
And
'Cause
we
this
might
is like
through
the
Star
first-
Labs too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because
I love
they
Gar's
gave,
suit.
They
We didn't
gave
say-
Gar a suit, so
Yeah.
that when he transforms, he doesn't end up naked afterwards.
Do you think? Yeah. And bummer, but he's like, just when I was starting to like it.
Yeah.
This is something we didn't write down, but I was kind of curious about what you thought about it, and I totally forgot to ask you. So we'll ask you online, on air, online, on the line.
Now up on the line.
Do you think something fishy was going on with Star Labs because they gave the suit to Gar and it malfunctions and something weird happens? Or do you think that's more of the witchy stuff?
I think that's more the witchy stuff.
I think so too, because like the dream sequence he had was pretty demony.
Yeah.
Seemed. Yeah, but I was just curious what you thought about it because
Yeah, I don't think that has anything to do with Star Labs.
yeah,
And obviously, they didn't think that it malfunctioned because he left with a suit. Yeah. I mean,
what a big bummer in this show for me, at least so far, is that I know that it would be expensive for the CGI for it, but every time Gar is about to beast out, they fucking cut the scene, and I'm like, God damn it, I want to see him fucking turn into something. Like, yeah, it's pissing me
we've
off.
gotten him as
I know,
but
but I enjoy it.
yeah,
I like, his tiger is my favorite. In Velociraptor too, but the tiger is my favorite that he turns into. The gorilla is pretty sweet too. But so far in the first 2 episodes, he's almost, I want to say hulked out, but he's almost like beasted out a few times. And every time he's about to, he like, they cut the scene and the Star Labs is destroyed, but you don't actually see him destroy it as his animal. The other time is in the woods and he just passes out. And then the other time is in the end of episode 2 when he's about to fight someone who we have not mentioned yet.
Yeah.
And she basically just knocks him on his ass. So we have not actually seen him transform yet, and it's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
I want to see it. He's my favorite character.
Same.
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're right. Because the first time he like is about to, and then it goes to like that hallucination that he has, and then he just like wakes up on the floor, just like normal.
Of Star Labs, and the whole lab is destroyed around him.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What happened?" And they're like, "Dude, you turned into a gorilla and a velociraptor, and you fucked shit up." And he's like, "I did."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing that I didn't notice it, but you brought it up, and it is very annoying.
Oh, yeah.
Is that I mean, Tim now has the quarterstaff or the bow staff, but he hasn't been trained.
They make a point of saying, like, "I'm gonna train you." Like Dick is like, he's like,
Yeah,
"I don't know how to use
training
this thing."
starts
And
tomorrow.
yeah, training starts tomorrow. Continue. My bad.
No, you're totally fine. And then they keep bringing Tim with to very dangerous situations. So he's just a dude that has a really cool fighting weapon that he doesn't know how to use. And then he's like forced to try and fight.
And he's a liability. Realistically, like when Dick's fighting those ninjas, like he has to like go save Tim. You know,
Well,
and it's
Tim
like,
also like, I mean, it was probably more so to save Dick at that point in time because one of the ninjas got back up and was behind him, and then Tim just like hits him with the bow staff, and the ninja just like turns around and he's like, "The fuck," and then starts trying to attack Tim, and then Dick had to go and save him.
yeah,
Oh,
love getting saved by Dick.
I know you do.
No, it is very annoying, and it's just I know it's there. He's there. He's gonna be Robin. We get it. You're planting those seeds, but why are you bringing him to these fucking situations as
Let
a
him
civilian?
stay on their RV that's decked out with tech.
Like,
He can
literally
be like
at
an
the end of-
Overwatch kind of person.
Yeah, and at like the end of like episode 2, when again we'll talk about who shows up, but when this bad person shows up, this villain shows up, Dick is like, "Everybody suit up," and literally Tim Drake is out there in his jeans and a fucking t-shirt, and it's like, Jesus Christ, why are you guys? You haven't trained him yet.
Yeah,
Fucking stay on the bus, dude.
yeah.
Yeah, it's annoying,
And he's always like, "Tim, hang back, stay back here. Like,
Yeah.
don't like. Then just don't
yeah.
let
Why are
him
you bringing him then?
get
Yeah.
involved in combat." I get the first time where the ninjas show up, like they didn't realize that they were gonna come into conflict, and it was kind of like
Yeah.
a recon thing. That made sense.
Yeah,
But then after that, literally, there's a villain in the middle of the street that they stop the bus to get off of, and he's like,
yeah.
"All right, Tim, let's go."
Yeah. All right, kid who can't fight yet and has no way of defending yourself. Let's go.
Hey, so does your Letterman jacket have like any armor in it? No. Cool. Grab
Oh,
your
okay.
grab your
Do you know how
your
to
bow
use?
staff.
Do you know how to use that weapon? No, not yet. Okay.
Well, bring it
can
anyways.
you-
It'll be fine.
Can you fight? No. Okay, great. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude. Yeah.
But like you said, I do get it. Because he's going to be, the new Robin. He's gonna get trained.
They even make a joke about it at Star Labs. He's like, we have something for you, and he's like, oh my god, the Robin suit. Oh my god, and Dick is like, it's not the Robin.
You've been a part of the team for like 5 minutes. You think you're gonna get the suit yet? You haven't even been trained.
Yeah.
Here's a weapon. I want you to carry it around and follow me, but don't
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah. Because you can't.
Ugh. It's just to
it-
have him on screen with the
Yeah.
Titans, but it doesn't make any sense, especially because Dick. I mean, he was the first Robin. He trained under Batman. Like, he's smarter than that. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever.
There's a
Whatever.
character that we didn't mention. We should mention it. fuck, what was his name? Oh my god. Oh my
Sebastian?
god. Sebastian, Sabby, if you will. Uh, this will become. That's what his mom called him,
Oh, is it?
Sabby.
I didn't catch
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. He's going to be Brother Blood. I think he's going to be Brother Blood. I think they kind of confirmed it at the end of episode 2. Brother Blood is married to Mother Mayhem, who shows up at the end of episode 2. Brother Blood and Mother Mayhem.
I mean, we see
Uh,
her throughout the first episode as
yeah.
well, but we don't know who she is.
hmm
We get a hint that like she has magic abilities, but that's about
Yeah.
it.
They work for the church, the Church of Blood, the Blood Church. I forget.
I think
forgot.
it's the Church of Blood.
The Church of Blood, and they worship Trigon. During this fight at the end of episode 2, the jewel on Rachel's head gets stolen, which contains her dad, Trigon.
Yeah.
That's not good,
And
That's a
because
no-go.
that was taken, she now has white hair.
because that makes sense.
Yeah. Don't know why her hair turned white, but it did. Also, all of the Titans literally just got bodied.
Bodied. Even Connor, he was the first one in. He's like, I got this. And Mother Mayhem just boop.
Redirects
he,
his laser eyes
like-
right back into him and just
And he like
Yeets
flew,
him.
yeah. And he was like, it's kind of funny because he's like on fire and he's like, ah, trying to like put the fire. That's kind of funny.
that probably actually hurt him because, like, you know, it's Kryptonian power, so like,
Well,
it's meant
and
to...
magic can hurt Superman.
Oh, that too. I wasn't. I didn't even think about the magic element. I just
Yeah.
thought that she like used magic to redirect his.
She used all of their powers against them. Rachel,
Oh yeah, because then Nightwing's like taser batons to like electrocute everyone.
and then she electrocuted him. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. But they all got their asses kicked pretty fast. It'll be
So-
interesting to see. But yeah, they stole the jewel from Rachel's forehead, her dad's jewel, if you will, and
The family jewel.
has been removed from your forehead. And that's not good. Light it up. Light it up.
It's red too.
Oh, please go watch us on Instagram. We're hilarious.
By Instagram, he means YouTube.
Not Instagram, I meant YouTube. 10 months in a year. Anyways, that's
I might have to put that clip on Instagram though.
that's kind of, I mean, that's kind of where they left us with episode 2. So
Yeah, basically, then she just Mother Mayhem is planting the staff into the altar of the Church of Blood, and everyone's chanting stuff.
oh, and then they show Sebastian at the very end, who has been throughout the couple episodes has been seeing hallucinations and stuff like that, and it's because he's going to be possessed by Brother Blood.
Yeah.
At least I'm like 100% sure. And at the end of
Yeah.
episode 2, they show he's like sitting there with like a
Cup of
coffee
tea.
mug right after Mother Mayhem is chanting with her like cult or whatever, and he starts hearing the chanting in his ears or in his head, and then his coffee mug just starts overflowing with blood. So
Yeah.
pretty sure he's about to get possessed with her lover.
Ooh, yeah.
That's about it. That's all I got for that. But before we close out, we want to talk about our honorable mentions for the week. Chad, what do you got?
Well, I have 2. So, because with the Enola Holmes movie on Netflix, the second one coming out, I never watched the first one, so I watched the first one.
And
I mean, it's all right. I mean, I don't think it was good enough to where I'm going to want to watch it a second time, or I didn't enjoy it enough to where I'm going to want to watch it again. But I didn't hate it. I liked it. Had some elements of like the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes movies, just with like the way that It was like narrated and everything like that, and pointing out certain things. But
Yeah.
the
I saw
oh
I saw the first one. I never saw the second one. I didn't care for it much. I do
Yeah.
love Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
So there's that, but meh.
yeah, yeah,
Are you gonna watch the second one?
I am. I mean, I just to see if it's better because it looks like there's going to be more Henry Cavill in it as well, and that's never a bad thing.
Never.
Um, but then the other movie that I watched, I did watch Weird, the Al Yankovic story, and that aptly describes the movie. It was weird, really funny. Clearly, it's a parody of biopic films. Over the top, like the first half, you're like, "This is weird," but like it's kind of like following it, and then like you get to the halfway mark, and it just goes fucking off the rails, and just gets weirder and weirder. And it was enjoyable though. I recommend it.
I was to say, do you recommend either of these movies?
I would recommend both of them. If you like, Sherlock-esque shows or movies, watch Enola Holmes. I don't think I would recommend anyone who's already seen it and be like, I might give it a second try. I'd be like, I don't think your opinion is going to change much. But it wasn't bad. And the Weird Al movie was hilarious and just very weird. So definitely give that a watch. It was great. Even the end credits is him like singing a song just like about the movie that you just watched, and it's fucking hilarious.
Is it actually him or is it Daniel Radcliffe as him singing the song?
Weird Al actually did all the vocals for singing.
Nice.
But
Okay, cool.
Daniel Radcliffe did learn enough accordion to where it's believable that he's actually playing it, which is cool too.
That's cool.
And
Cool.
Daniel Radcliffe is fucking shredded. You see him without his shirt on a couple of times throughout the movie, and you're like, when the fuck did Harry Potter get jacked?
When he was getting ready for Wolverine. Just
Yeah.
kidding. It was a rumor for a while, but
Expecto those muscles.
yeah, it's expecto your per bonus per bonus.
We tried. There was no way to get through it.
It's bad. It's real bad.
Going
yeah.
from 6 to midnight, you might have to go like erectus deflectus, but that's about it. Sorry. What about you? Do you have any honorable mentions?
Yeah, we watched in anticipation for the Creed 3 trailer dropped last week with King the Conqueror, aka Jonathan Majors, as the new opponent for Adonis Creed. If you know what these are, they're the continuation of the Rocky movies. Apollo Creed's son being trained by Rocky. So I got real jazzed up about this trailer, and I was like, "Oh, this looks so good!" And
Man,
so I
fucking
forced
Jonathan Majors is jacked.
huge. I think he got. Did you see the trailer for Creed 3?
Yeah.
He is like scary big, like scary big.
Yeah.
Yeah. And anyways, yeah. So I didn't actually force her to watch. I forced her to watch the first Creed movie. My girlfriend Nicole, and she liked it, so I didn't have to twist her arm much to watch the second one. I think partly because she thinks she hasn't said it, but I'm pretty sure she just thinks Michael B. Jordan is sexy as fuck. So
You can't really be mad at her for that.
no, I'm not.
He's a good looking
Not at
dude.
all. Not at all. But yeah, she's like, yeah, I'll watch it. I was like,
You just want to see him sweaty and shirtless again.
but yeah, we watched the first two Creed movies and highly, highly, highly recommend those movies.
They're
I
fantastic.
love all boxing movies, but those are really done well. Yeah, I enjoy them. So third one's coming up. I'm seeing it in theaters. So yeah. That's it. That's all I got. Woohoo.
Perfect. Well, as you all know, we have social media and stuff like that. You should go follow us on Instagram, Facebook. We always say it, but since the first time we promoted it, we haven't posted anything there. TikTok. There's a couple videos from like a year ago. Also, like and subscribe and follow the podcast, wherever you get your podcast. If you can give us a 5-star rating, that always helps. Like and subscribe on YouTube. And if you like what we're doing and you want to support us, we have our web store. We still have a bunch of original art up there from some incredible artists that will be up through the end of the month, this month.
Did you purchase anything yet?
Not yet, but there's a couple that I want.
There's a couple that I'm gonna buy too. Yeah,
some of them are just so good. Or if you want to get some behind the scenes stuff, some bonus material, and get some exclusive merch from us, you can always go join our Buy Me a Coffee. It's our replacement for Patreon. It also gives us a lot more control, and we're not supporting pedophiles. So that's a win-win, really. Yeah. But yeah, it's a monthly subscription. You get all sorts of bonus stuff through that as well. Oh, sorry for my lack of enthusiasm that came and went throughout this episode, everyone. I am on the struggle bus for sure today. But we love you, and Jake's got blue balls, clearly.
That's just how I signal to people that I need help.
Mine are
I should
red.
Put this inside of my Moon Knight helmet, and it'll make his eyes light up blue.
That's funny.
Oh, shit.
Well,
anyways,
we love you all. Thank you. And this has been the All Things Nerd Podcast.